I would be embarrassed if that was my fucking life. Like, I come from nothing. Woke up in a jail cell again over some other bullshit, laying on the hard-ass concrete floor, and you're like, fuck this shit, surrounded by tweakers. If you want an extraordinary life, you gotta do what most people are not willing to do.
So today, we're taking Rob through a back workout and we're putting him under load.
We're gonna focus on the weak stuff. We're gonna focus on like iliac lat, lumbar lat, lower stuff, because you're strong with your upper back.
Best in the biz. That's the living proof right there.
We're gonna figure out who the fuck this guy is today.
We going for it. I'm just happy we're not hitting legs.
So we're starting off with neutral grip, single arm cable pull down. This is meant to target our iliac lat. This elbow wants to be pointed towards the ground. And now we're driving straight into our hip. There you go. Yep. Now just think more like trying to keep that elbow pointed straight down.
I feel it.
Good, one more. Nice.
Money.
Those are working.
We want to know, who is Big Rob?
Hell yeah.
Who is Rob?
Born and raised in Sacramento, California. I moved out here in San Diego about a year and a half ago. I fucking love it. San Diego to me is paradise. I'm a real estate developer. I run a coaching program. I don't really do it as much anymore, but I'm big into personal growth. Sobriety is a big topic for me. That's one thing that I've battled with back and forth. It's a forever battle, in my opinion. And I'm really proud of the life I've been able to build.
That's why Rob naturally attracted all of us. We all just started kind of.
You're gonna have commonalities and similarities. Everybody's driven, everybody's on the same mission, which it's hard to find that outside of in the real world environments. People don't have the same priorities. I've been working out my whole life. I got my first gym membership at 11 years old. Hell yeah. Working out has always been like the cornerstone to my life of like the way I carry myself, my confidence as a man. Right now we're weightlifting 3 to 4 times a week, jiu-jitsu and striking 4 or 5 times a week, weightlifting 3 times a week. The weightlifting is sacred, at least in my opinion, because it builds the habits and discipline that you take to the real world so you don't fuck up elsewhere. So like to us, this is church. We need this shit. So when Peter tells us to take days off, we're like, fuck that. But then when you listen to him and you incorporate the body work, rest days, I feel like I'm stronger than I was when I was hitting weights every fucking day for 2 years straight, because I felt like I needed to do that to stay on point.
So Rob, we're from Sacktown.
Born and raised.
Down here, we're living. What are we doing to sustain a living, to live down on the beach, on the boardwalk?
We're problem solvers. People have problems. We figure out a solution to their problem. We buy houses cash. So any seller that needs help, anybody like that, that's what we do, and that's how we make our money. Hell yeah. The big turning point in my life was when I cut out drugs and alcohol, because I've always been successful. I've been hustling my whole life. I was working at 14 years old, so I always had money in my pocket. But the difference is in the mindset of how you look at life, your ability to have discipline in certain areas, your ability to stay on the right path, because there's a lot of noise, especially as a young man. And that's the shit that gets you in trouble and keeps you away from living a healthy, positive life. So when you really focus and get your shit together, I look up to Big Mike because he's a dad. Like, that to me is the dope shit. But like, there's a lot of opportunity in this world if you stay away from the bullshit and know what you want your life to look like.
So I want you to think of this more of like a row, but think about more at the bottom, arching your back and turning your chest to the ceiling. That. There you go. Remember, arch that middle back into it. There you go. 7. Don't come up so high at the top. I want you to keep this on. So like right there. And then right back into it. There it is. 8.
His time under tension is going to be crazy compared to that 20 rep sets you do.
I know, because I go through them so fast.
Woo.
I feel that shit.
When I was younger, I was around, because I lived up in NorCal, so I was around weed super young.
Smoking weed at fucking 12 years old.
Yeah.
12, 13 years old. I mean, my dad smoked cigarettes, grandpa smoked cigarettes, alcoholics. Like, it was just in the lifestyle. First time I got drunk was 12 years old with my older sister. She took me to Sunsplash with all her friends, a bunch of hot ass chicks and me, 12 years old, and they got me drunk as fuck. I was throwing up everywhere. That shit was fun. I still remember that. And then from like freshman, sophomore year, like 14, 15 years old, it was like every weekend we're out partying, Friday, Saturday, sneaking out of the house. Got my own spot at 17 years old, moved out of my parents' house every day from then on. Every day was Saturday till I was 25 years old.
The most successful, interesting people, I've had the worst shit happen to them. And not had somebody to help them.
Motherfucker had bills at 14. I had my own phone at 14. I was already paying bills and shit.
But like mom and dad at home, or was it kind of like you were running the home as a 14-year-old, or?
So my dad's a truck driver. Growing up, never got along with him. I hated his guts. As I get older, I have a little bit more respect for him, but he was always gone. He was always drinking. Him and my mom were always fighting about something. They could just never get along. So it was just chaos. Like, my parents have a lot of love. Like, my mom, she's a fucking amazing person, ton of love, but they couldn't seem to figure their shit out. At least that's what it felt like. I was already a man at 14, hustling and trying to build a life for myself.
14, we're partying and everything like that, right? Okay. Then there came a point in life, similar to me last year, when it was like, I'm done with weed, I'm competing, I'm showing my sons what life is all about, what dad's all about. So what did you do, and where were you when you were like, fuck all of this, I need to do better?
I would have older people in my life that would really just kind of take a liking to me and be like, yo, you got a lot of potential, bro. Slow that shit down. I used to work at Folsom Chevy. I would sell cars and trucks and shit. I love selling cars. That was a good business to be in. And there's an old guy named Ruben that would work at the car lot. And every day I would come in with a new story of like, yo, I was out last night. I was with this person, that person. I met this chick. You want to see her? And he would be like, why don't you just go get a bottle of vodka, sit at the house, drink it at the house? And in my head, I was thinking, why would anyone ever want to do that? Like, why would you get home from work and want to sit at the house? Like, I'm gone, boom, take a shower, I'm out at the bar, I'm having fun. So that was just always what it was. I'm just a social person. I always like going out. So the discipline for me to stop drinking and want to get away from that so I could really level up and live a good quality life, that was the hardest thing. I had bouts. I would go like a week, 2 weeks sober, fuck it up, going to Bender. Then I went 68 days. That was the longest I ever went. Then it was my boy's birthday. We went to Cabo, blew the lid off that. That was about almost 3 years ago at this point. From there, I was like, I'm done with this shit. And then just a day turned into a week, turned into a month, turned into 6 months, a year, 2 years. And I had the most momentum. I was so focused and headstrong about my vision and what I wanted my life to look like. And then I slipped off again. Started partying again. Out here in San Diego, there's a lot of shit to do. So I fell off the wagon. I felt like I deserved to have some fun and go out and do that until I did it and realized ain't nothing out here in these streets.
Going day to day, taking it, hey, can I get through this day,
Yeah.
next day? And then you start compiling those wins rather than, I need to get to 2 years sober.
Right.
That is a lot to think about.
Absolutely.
But if I can get Monday done, Tuesday done, like you said, boom, boom, suddenly I'm 6 months sober.
Even that's hard.
Yeah.
Even one day is hard.
The freedom of knowing like, okay, I could be good, I could go party, I could go fuck around, I could really try to live both lives. That's always like in the back of my head because I'm a young bachelor. That shit's a lot of fun. But to me now, this is so much more rewarding, having real goals, building some shit that you're genuinely proud of.
You don't find anybody of quality in that lifestyle.
Nope.
You've never found a girl at a bar that you want to bring home and have your mom meet.
Young men don't have proper role models to look up to. If you look at all these little fucking kids around here and shit, they probably ain't looking up to someone like Mike. They will, they're gonna respect you. Yeah. But they're gonna wanna have a life full of partying and bitches and all this shit, popping bottles. They're not valuing the right things like fatherhood, discipline, priorities. Even me, it took me a while. If 23, 24-year-old Rob would hear the way I was talking, I would slap my ass.
Everything is so instant gratification,
Right.
You know, and it's like dating, like, oh, I can go on this app, I can do this, or I can try this pill or do this. And how do you build character?
Yeah.
Like, if you're always taking the easy path, there's no character. You gotta get fucked up.
You gotta get fucked up, you gotta
You
do
know?
shit. You gotta be willing to risk shit, try shit.
It's because we've both been fucked up. in life. Like the violence that we felt and had to go through to get to this point, that's what it took.
And you realize that no one's gonna get you out of that except you.
For you.
You're at that point, people could be like, hey, come on, you got this, let's go. But it's that one day that where you're like, I deserve better.
Yeah.
I deserve better, and I'm gonna make it happen.
Absolutely.
You know?
My pastor being like, and I'm religious, I believe in this, but when you're in it, you're like, you don't want to hear, just be patient and God's got a plan.
No,
But like, Mike has helped me out. He's like, dude, I know it sucks. I got nothing to say other than it'll get better. He's farther down the timeline than I am, and it's you get better.
Yeah.
But there's no trick. It's just living in it.
Right.
And that's just how it is.
You're in a rut. I hate this. I'm so mad. Yeah, that's fine. You should feel mad.
Right.
You should be mad and feel that out so that you can cycle through it.
Right.
And grow from it. If you hold it in, 2 years later, you're still mad, and it's like, dude, you got to get over that.
And this shit can be lonely. I'm gonna tell you that right now, because the hard road is fucking lonely. Because you're gonna feel isolated. You're gonna feel like the odd person out when everyone else around you's living a certain type of way. At least me, those are all my friends. Homies in the club, trappers, people going out, popping bottles. Like, those were my friends. And a lot of them still are. And it's no disrespect to that. But it's when you're trying to do things the right way, you're going to bed early, you're up early, you're working all day. So when the homies hit you and they're like, yo, pull up, you're like, I can't. It doesn't feel right in the moment. It's hard, but you got to do it if you want to build a life that you're really proud of.
You know what happens after that? The people that want to stay, right?
Yeah.
They stay around, and
Exactly.
Then everyone else can go fuck themselves.
Right.
There came a point where you're like, screw all this. I gotta change my life. Were there any moments during that time where like you scared yourself, like overdosed or like too many drugs?
Yeah, luckily for me, I was never really like a crash out. Like, I just like drinking, doing Molly, doing coke, being at the club, being with women. Like, it was always like a fun type of party shit that I was into. I was never on like any type of harder drugs or nothing like that. But hell yeah, there's a lot of times like that. Like, when I was 18, I got arrested for minor possession of alcohol, evading arrest, fake ID, tried running from the cops. Then at 22, woke up in a jail cell again over some other bullshit, laying on the hard-ass concrete floor, and you're like, fuck this shit. Surrounded by tweakers, this is just not a good place to be. I fucking got out of jail. I was in there for 2 days. I was in my head thinking, all right, I'm over this shit. I ain't partying no more. I ain't drinking no more. Called my ex-girlfriend at the time. She came over to the house. It was from then, just started drinking again. Like, it was just nonstop. Like, it was always, better, you know what to do, but for whatever reason,
Couldn't act on it.
yeah, you're a creature of habit, right? So like, if all your friends are in that lifestyle, that environment's all that you know, it's pretty hard to get out of that.
You feel like you were always like trying to justify drinking to yourself. Like, you're like, I'm gonna stop. And the next day you're like, I mean, like, it's 12 on Tuesday.
Right.
I could probably drink right now. I'd be fine.
To me, it was always like, I was always doing good enough to where it was justifiable. I'm like, I got a little bit of money in my account, my bills are paid. What the fuck else am I gonna do? Yeah, it was like your reward. It was like fun. All right, what else am I gonna do? Chill at the house? No. That is the same mindset that keeps people trapped. Like, you have more ability to you. You got more energy, you got more focus. You gotta be able to tap into that shit. If you don't, you're gonna be like 99% of these other people that are just comfortable, that have more potential but don't know how to use it or where to put it. It was cool to have 3 girls with you. Oh, I got this girl here, I got this girl in LA. Like, it was that, when you're a kid, was the cool thing to do. It wasn't cool to be disciplined, to be motivated, up early in the gym, having proper habits and shit. It was the complete opposite. Like, hey, I could drink a fifth of fucking whiskey and still stand here, what's up? Like, we're having bottle nights. Who could drink the bottle of whiskey the fastest?
We used to take 40s and tape them to our hands.
Yeah, Edward 40 hands. Slam them together at the end, fucking break glass everywhere.
But then you would
Whoever
do it. You would
can-
do
can't
it.
take a piss.
You'd be up on a roof.
You gotta get a
For
girl
some
to
reason,
unzip
like,
the
I
pants
can't get
for
off
you.
this roof.
Yeah.
I can't pee. I gotta finish these beers.
Yeah, that's like normal Cali shit. But it's a slippery slope because time goes quick, and before you know it, you've done nothing. I look at a lot of people I grew up with, people that I used to respect a lot. I'm like, you're fucking fat. You're out of shape. You're working a dead-end job. you've been with the same girl since we were 15. She's fat too. Like, y'all don't look happy, but y'all are just coasting through life.
Familiar strongholds are actually tombs in disguise. Where like we get so like the girl, the relationship, the job, the drinking, it's so familiar. It's a tomb.
People are products of their
You know?
environments.
Oh yeah.
Where we come from, Sacramento, it's, you don't know what you don't know. If you've never been exposed to other things, you only know your little environment. So my life now, I look at what our shit looks like on a day-to-day basis. I never thought my life would look like this. I thought I might just have a normal fucking job, doing some shit, have a house with some kids, just a super mediocre, barely life, because that's all we knew as kids.
I'll keep saying it. The most successful, strong-minded people have been through the most shit. Right, so you have to make sure that that shoulder blade is anchored down and back. Anchor the shoulder blade, scrape the floor, elbow the wall, and then keep that shoulder blade anchored. Once we get to the point where our arms like at the side of our body, don't worry about driving your elbow farther back. Think now about pulling your shoulder blades back and down and trying to fold your back in half.
I get you.
So you'll get here and then you'll pull down and back with your shoulder blades and just tuck all that down and back.
Okay, for sure.
Hit that wall, you'll know when you hit it. 2, 3, don't let go here, remember. Keep all that together. 4, drop down. 4. Good, down and back. 6, there you go. Connect here. 7, yep. This is
No, we actually got some hands up on the we actually,
Look at you, got the tan
we're
too.
pretty aki. We're really pretty aki.
What I want you to do is every time just reset. Good. 3. Don't lose it. Right there. Yep. Good. 2. There we go. 3. 4. Good. Yup. 8. Good. 9. There we go. Get in that groove. 1. Good. 2. Keep it on. Keep it on. Keep it on. 2. Come on. 3. 2 more. Good. 1 more.
Woo! You already know. We working in this bitch.
Yeah, shit. I remember when I came in here, when I first came here, and I was having one of my days when I was down in the dumps. Me and you had chatted a couple times. You came up to me and you were like, hey man, I just want you to know you have the life that I'm looking for. And I was like, what? Because I was down.
Yeah.
And you were like, retired. You have 2 awesome sons. And then all of a sudden I was like, damn, there's some shit I need to start reevaluating in myself.
I used to always like look at some of my friends' families that were healthy and happy and fucking normal. And I felt like that's all I ever fucking wanted as a kid was like, I just want a normal, cool fucking family that gets along. That's not always at each other's throats, fighting about some shit or always drama and chaos. I just want to be a fucking successful family dude, happy, like
Build a life with
build a life, bro. That's really what this shit comes down to. All the other shit is like, it's extra. It doesn't fucking matter. Yeah, you could have money, you could have whatever, but the goal is to be proud of your life and happy and content inside, not chasing some external validation or some external type of success.
How we were raised, right? No normalcy. As a kid, still now, I'm like, all I ever wanted was to be like white picket fence, a house, suit, walk home, your wife greets you, you got kids, like a lawn and shit. I'm like, I just wanted that normal stuff.
That I remember being a kid and like watching movies and like seeing people in suits jump on airplanes and traveling like corporate executives and shit like that. And I would think that's dope. That's what I want my life to look like. But now our life looks like that, but in our own way. We ain't fucking wearing no suits. We ain't fucking got no time schedules. We ain't working for nobody. We got this shit for ourselves, which is fucking dope. We put in the fucking sweat every day, put in the work every day, and we get to live life on our terms because of the fact that we're disciplined enough to just keep going when this shit was hard as fuck and most people would have gave up.
Fitness helped get you into a structure?
Massively.
For everything else in life.
Massively, because it was always my fallback. Even like, I'd be hungover as fuck. I'd wake up, my thought was immediately, get in the gym. Get in the gym, start to feel better, like get some motion going, get your energy up. My dad got me working out young. That was like the best thing, only thing my dad ever, at least I felt like, did for me as a kid.
The ego of men
Yeah.
is like their worst nightmare. They're like, we can get into our own way so easily. I'm not saying I know everything, but I know what I'm doing. And being able to help Mike, being able to help Rob, because they have the ability to realize that they can learn still and not just be like, I know what I'm doing. Fuck this guy. He's not, who is he to think that he knows what he's talking about? But, you know, I think if you have that mindset, whether it be fitness or business or relationships, if you're open to learning, you're gonna be a better person. And I'm thankful that these guys are open to learning.
The people that shut down, I think it's an immaturity thing in their character, you know? Not able to take criticism and be like, okay, he's criticizing me because he wants me to be better.
Right.
Not because I need to defend myself.
That's such a small flame, right? Like every time we deal with shit, it's like flame in the fire, right? It's such a small flame, but they just haven't ever dealt with it.
What or when would you say the lowest in life was for you?
The lowest I genuinely ever felt was like, probably when I was like 12 or 13 and my grandpa died. And my grandpa was like the glue that like held the whole family together. So when he passed away, that was like, fuck. This type of shit could just happen, like life could change, and it just, the whole family was fucked up over it, because he was young, he was only like 63, but smoked 2 packs of cigarettes a day, drank like a fish. He was a tough motherfucker, but that just shows you bad habits. And I've always had a really growth mindset. I don't really try to let shit get me down that bad, because I'm like, hey, motherfuckers got it worse. Figure this shit out.
Is that really how Rob's like all the time? He's always like, what's up? I'm super positive. Today's the best day ever. I'm like, that's not how that guy is.
How can you be so positive every day?
yeah. I'm like, that's not how that guy is. I'm like, oh shit, that is how he is. So
the second time I got arrested and I just woke up drunk as fuck in jail, and I was like, yo, this shit is fucked up. Like, I don't want to be in this place. You're surrounded by tweakers. That's when I kind of was like, all right, I got to make some decisions here, because going out partying and shit's fun. Oh, and this was the crazy part. So when I got bailed out, I had 2 people I thought it was, because when I was on the way, I told the cop, let me text my homies real quick and be like, hey, get me the fuck up out of here. None of them bailed me out. They would have originally, but my mom was the one that came and saved the fucking day, because my ex-girlfriend called her and was like, yo, da-da-da happened, like, you need to come get your son. So mom's was there like that. So that just shows you, like, a lot of these environments that you think you're in, you're gonna have brothers and families and real good friends, but a lot of people ain't really gonna have your back when the shit hits the fan and really pops off. So be cautious of who you affiliate with and spend time and energy pouring into if it's not what you really want it to be.
I mean, I've had people switch up on me after 20 years, right? Like,
figure out what you really want to fucking do and blaze the path, and then the people will come into your path.
What would you tell your 14-year-old self now?
Figure out your priorities really fucking quick. Figure out what you want your life to look like. Don't care so much about what other people are doing. Figure out what you want your life to look like so you can focus on the right things. Stay away from drugs and alcohol. That's a fucking big major one that I think most people, it'll go over their heads, because you always think you're the odd one out, but life goes by fucking quick. So get around the right people. Don't value the wrong fucking things. You're always gonna have other people doing shit you're gonna wanna be like, especially if you're social like me. But prioritize the right things and fucking learn to focus.
Do fat people bother you?
They used to a lot more than they do now. I'm trying to be more accepting of everybody in their nature, but I just don't like to see people not reach their full potential. I would be embarrassed if that was my fucking life. Like, I come from nothing. We've been able to build this shit. A lot of people have a bigger head start than us, but they choose to not work. So, men, get your shit together. Set a good example.
Would you say you're allergic to the must be nice crowd? Oh, that must be nice. They don't know what you're going through. They don't know what you've been through. They don't know anything. That's just, oh, look what he has. That must be nice.
Right. This shit actually just happened this week. I was on the phone with my boy. It was like 7 o'clock. We're talking about some real estate shit. And I'm like, all right, cool, man, sounds good. What you doing? He's like, I've just got 2-3 more hours worth of work to do on a Monday night. he was working till 10 o'clock. And that's one of the biggest real estate dudes in our area in Sacramento. Kill shit. People want those type of results. They don't want to put the fucking work in. Well, I had even some friends, they're never tripping about certain things. And I'll be with them spending time, and they're just working all day. They're not distracted by shit. They're on the phone, they're closing deals. They're like, it takes a certain level of discipline and focus to really achieve great things in life. If you want an extraordinary life, you got to do what most people are not willing to do. And that's across the board. Personal development, health, fitness, business, relationships. You want good relationships? You got to pour into the right relationships.
What peptides are we taking?
Okay, so peptides. I was taking Glow. I ran out, so I didn't get no more. I was taking NAD. That shit burnt my stomach, so I didn't really want no more of that shit. Right now, I'm only on test. Just test, yeah.
Doing some TRT?
TRT, I do 200 milligrams of test. So I started with 200 to 250, did one blast at 500 milligrams. That was a little too much for me. My recovery's better, my endurance is better, my strength is better. But you gotta do it the right way if you're doing it. Get your blood work done, make sure you're getting good quality shit, make sure your source is valid, because you wanna make sure your body's not getting fucked up.
Optimum Formula, awesome company, great testing. Yeah, they're giving you $500 gift card, which you could use on whatever you want.
You feel me? Hey, that's enough for me and the bros. We good. Hell yeah.
We'll talk about the different options that we have. Optimum has a ton of different options of peptides, and we're constantly adding to it. So,
and I feel like I've taken damn near a lot of them at this point. I've done their Glow. Peter used to have me on the Glow, the TBC or whatever.
The BPC.
No,
or
that was,
CJC was IPA.
The TB500.
Yeah.
That one helped me with recovery. Growth hormone. I've done the growth hormone. I got that for like 6 months from you. That was some good shit. Even the test, I get the test from them. All my shit I get from Optimum Formula. So, yeah, that's my shit. I didn't get my panel yet through that, but let's touch on the blood work because this shit is mad important. So when I first started doing my fucking cycle, I got my blood work done. I was already naturally good. I was at 750 tests, which is pretty fucking good. I was running some shit. I was fucking solid. I was feeling good. I wanted to up my dose. I was doing 500 milligrams test, 300 milligrams Equipose, 200 milligrams NPP, fucking Rad 140, YK11, growth hormone, all that shit. I felt like shit. I think I was telling you, I wasn't sleeping at night. I was fucking drenched in puddles of sweat, fucking headaches, all types of fucked up. I did my blood work. My test was at 4,800. Shit was crazy high. So I had to tone it back because I was like, this shit is fucked up. So now I do my blood work every 3 months. It's like a fucking car. It's like checking under the hood. You got to see what the fuck's going on with your body because the estrogen, the testosterone, the free FH, LH. I want to have kids and shit. So now I'm back on my HCG so I can stay fertile. So if you're going to fuck around with peptides or steroids, make sure you know what the fuck you're doing and do your blood work.
Anabolic Insights, that site's actually really amazing. I love the fact that you can chart and graph pretty much all the different biomarkers. So I built a underload panel, and the owner of Anabolic Insights, they actually are one of our sponsors, and they donated, it was like a close to $600 blood panel to him. So shout out to Anabolic Insights for doing that. All the biomarkers get downloaded or uploaded right to their website. You can get your PDF uploaded to it. I said, the fact you can chart the fact that your test was at 4,800, and every time we do blood work, we can kind of see the changes. We can add in when we add like a supplement that's going to help us with our cholesterol and be able to mark that. So I think it's really important for everybody to be doing blood work. If you're on gear, if you want to be on gear, if you want to be on peptides, pay attention to your health. We're not getting any younger, and our health isn't going to get any better from taking all this stuff. So pay attention to what you're doing. Shout out to Optimum Formula. Shout out to Anabolic Insights. Shout out to Rob. Shout out to Dallas. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to Joel. It's our first episode, so I hope you guys enjoy it.
Underload, there's going to be plenty more.